Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the Yellowbird Hotline Podcast, the podcast where your favorite hot sauce company answers questions from their customers. Whether you want us to or not, we're going to do it. We're doing it every week. Every other week.
Every other week.
You can get your questions on the podcast by calling or texting 855-700-BIRD. That's 855-700-BIRD. We've got a real pleasure lined up for you guys today. It sounded weird, but we're gonna keep it.
Thanks for keeping it weird for me.
Yeah, we got some real pleasure lined up for all of you today.
We're gonna pleasure you guys like you were not.
We're just jumping right in. This is
Jumping
fun.
right in.
Pure unadulterated podcast pleasure.
We've got a fantastic guest this morning. I've been very excited about this, so don't disappoint me. We have a musician, recording artist, guitarist, producer, songwriter. What can't he do? He's a woodworker, construction guy, wearing some amazing overalls right now, sitting in his studio with amazing guitars. If you're not on the YouTube, man, you're really missing out. Adam Browder, welcome, Adam.
Woo!
Hey, yay. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm amazed that you guys actually made a conscious decision to actually have me on.
Yeah, we're not scared. We've said that many times.
We can also very consciously edit you out, so there's really no risk here.
I mean, I could take us all down in flames right now. This would be great.
Let's do it. So Adam, you grew up in Birmingham. Now casting to us from Nashville, Tennessee. Adam is also plays guitar for Kip Moore, who you may know. He's a top 40s country artist. Outlaw country, I think, is the preferred genre. Is that right?
I have no idea what the label would be. It's just good music.
It's good music. Yeah, it's singer-songwriter rock with a country bent.
With a hot banjo.
Yeah.
On two songs.
How long have you?
You don't want to overuse that hotness.
Adam also composed all the music that we're using on the podcast today, which also has some sweet banjo in it. So thanks for doing that, Adam.
Yeehaw and stuff.
Yeah. You guys, if you want to check out more of Adam's stuff, you can check him out at Browder Music on
the
Instagram.
gram. On the gram.
And of course, you can check out Kip Moore music. You can check out Adam's guitar playing anywhere where music is sold by looking at Kip Moore or kipmoore.net, where they got all the music, they got the tour dates, they got the swag, the Kip Moore pants.
Pants.
Wait, there's
we have
pants?
Yeah,
Are they jammy pants?
You guys have pants?
Like kind of tight pants? Or
I think they're like joggers.
like
I'm not
MC
looking at it
Hammer
right
pants?
now. Yeah.
Like a sweat situation, or
Yeah, Adam, I assumed
Explain.
I assumed Adam was gonna be wearing the pants, but I guess
You know, you guys would assume I'd be more informed too, and clearly I don't know anything.
Do you not-
So.
you don't do the merch for.
What am I doing here again?
What I'm hearing you say is your publicist has no idea this is happening right now, which is fine.
I don't have a
us.
publicist. I just show up and play guitar. That's what I do.
DIY.
Sweet gig. Well, I also want to talk about because you're a performing musician, and that's been a wild world in the last 365 days or so.
Yeah.
How has that been for you? How many dates have you done in the last year?
I think total in 2020 we played maybe 5 shows. It's like the outdoor socially distanced thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been home a lot. My wife still loves me, amazingly.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, yeah, I miss touring. I miss being on the road. I probably spend 150 days a year on the road, so I miss being out there. But I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. I think we have a few dates coming up in May, and then I think we have an actual kind of tour booked for the fall. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wait.
Great.
That'll
And
probably
what-
change tomorrow. I have no idea.
You got to sell a lot of pants,
Yeah, sell some
to make
pants.
up for it. Yeah.
I assume the tours are mostly just about selling the pants.
Yeah, the music's secondary to the pants, I think.
That's right, man. Welcome to the pants party.
Hey,
That's the next single.
welcome to the
Probably.
Pants Party.
No,
I
it's
doubt that's going to be.
it's
the next
not. Yeah,
single.
please don't sue me,
Yeah.
Kip.
Can I have that one then?
Is that a freebie?
If you guys are
It's
passing on
open.
that
It's up for
one,
grabs. Yeah, it's up for
Yeah.
grabs.
If he
Yeah.
sees this, he's going to be like, "What in the hell are they talking about?"
Yeah. Well, listen, Kip, if you're listening, I know you're listening.
He loves
so-
the hot sauce, by the way.
Yeah, I call dibs.
Yes. I think you might have rights issues with Anchorman, whatever studio that was. Don't they own Pants Party? I don't know.
I can't. No.
Well, you've also like Adam.
Can you own a party that has pants?
Well,
Oh, absolutely.
Pantsparty.com.
the party doesn't have pants. The party's in pants.
Whoa.
That's
Wait a second.
okay.
Brick, are you trying to invite me?
But Adam, like in the
Oh, I just want y'all to know that pantsparty.com is for sale.
oh wow,
How much?
It
$3,000
was.
it was for sale. Yeah,
for
at the time-
$3,795.
at the time of recording, pantsparty.com was for sale.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Adam, you
This
haven't.
is, this is a rabbit hole we've gone down before, George, is buying useless domain names
Oh,
that might
God.
be worth something one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still do that from time to time. We should have a podcast where we just invite everybody to like open up their like domains that they own and have bought. I
tried to buy dojeball.com, but that's definitely it's open, but it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, $12,000, $20,000.
yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
That's gonna pay off.
Dojeball.
Adam, I kind of wanted to ask as well about like because I know you haven't been doing. I mean, 5 shows is not a lot of shows in a year. What have you been doing that's not music? How have you been paying the bills?
Thankfully, I do work for an artist who is gone above and beyond for us and is taking care of us financially. So
Yeah, that's
thankfully
pretty
for
awesome.
that. My wife and I have a little side hustle called Bubbles and Bourbon, which is kind of like we just do a little bit of interior design stuff, furniture building, create spaces. And you can go online, bubblesandbourbon.net, to see some of the stuff that we build. And we do custom orders. Everything's custom ordered. So
You
just
just
check
built-
it out.
You just built yourself like a whole tiki bar at your house.
Yeah, well, I went a little nuts last year because obviously I wasn't touring and COVID and I was stressed out. So my wife's like, I want a stock tank pool. I don't know if you guys have seen those and like know what they are, but so it's like just a cattle stock tank and you turn it into a pool. And I was like, we should add a deck. Well, if we're going to build a deck, we should probably build another privacy fence for that. And if we should build that, maybe I should have a greenhouse too. Oh, and a tiki bar. Yeah, like 15 grand later, we were finally done with the project.
Yeah,
And you love it.
Yeah,
It
it
looks
started
aw-
out, I was like, this is going to only cost us about $1,000. Just dumping money into it.
Those
I
tiki
know.
mugs.
Then it was winter. You're like, it's like you haven't even been in the pool yet.
Oh, it's a hot tub now.
Ooh, my man.
Yeah, I had a hot tub all year. It was great.
He's
And
doing
expensive. Our utility bill went up about $200 a month. That was awesome.
There you
things.
go.
Worth it.
Worth it.
But
Yeah.
check out the stuff that they design. It's like I got on earlier and I was like looking at. Did you make these tables? Did you make all these tables on the website?
Yeah.
Can I pay you to make us a table?
Yes.
Okay.
George, where are
Yeah.
you gonna put it?
You know what? Let me figure that out.
Babe. We got
Babe,
this. We got this. Listen, hey.
There's always room for fine hardwood.
Yes, there is.
What about bed frames? I feel like a really cool like
And that-
reclaimed wood bed frame is like
Yeah.
Do you guys want to do some customer questions? I've got 2.
Oh,
for
yeah.
today.
Oh, that is what we do here. Yes.
I thought we were talking about.
I mean, you guys don't just
Build.
ramble on for senselessly.
I just
Well, I mean,
wanted
we
to know
do.
if
We
We
you.
do ramble on.
Yeah, you've heard
Yeah.
the podcast.
I wanted to know if you made the cowboy hat lamp behind you.
Oh.
No. That is where is that hat from? That's from Calgary, Canada. That hat from a festival we played. And I didn't have a lampshade, so I put the hat on the lamp.
So you did
Calgary
make
Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a true work of art.
craftsmanship.
Oh, so
Thanks.
crafty.
Kelsey wants to purchase one of those from you?
No, I will sell you that for $2,000.
Yeah,
actually.
I have this, one of my white whales that I haven't bought yet is like those taxidermied armadillos that are upside down that are holding like a beer bottle.
Lone
Like
Star,
that's like, that's
You
on
don't
my
own
vision
one of
board.
those? I would have
Not
bet
yet.
money that you owned one of those.
I do secretly really want the leg lamp from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas story,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think like I
Iconic.
I think you need like an impeccably designed home and then just like one thing that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
really
like that's
throw people when they come
yeah,
in.
absolutely.
Yeah, in my house, that's just me. We have a really nice house, and
Hey.
they put me in it, and they said, "Oh, let's
Yeah, if you don't have a beer drinking armadillo, then you're the beer drinking armadillo.
That's kind of how it works.
the rules.
That's right. I am the leg lamp.
Speaking of drinking, I was really excited to do the podcast. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna come on and probably have a few whiskeys, get hammered, loosened up, and I was like, oh, it's at 9 a.m.
So you've only had like one whiskey?
Oh, I only had one bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
One bottle.
Early.
Wait. What kind of whiskey?
No, I wish I had. I have coffee. All of them.
Yeah,
Aaron
it's
like
for my
got it.
allergies.
I know. I feel
It's a
like
hot
it's
toddy.
usually the guy who gets into whiskey, but Aaron got into like whiskey, and so like now I'll open the pantry and there'll be like 5 different types of whiskey, and I'm like,
Well, last time I was at
okay.
y'all's house, you guys had a good stock. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's better now.
It is better now.
That's why you need a table to house all of your
That's
bottles.
why.
We do need a
That's
whiskey
why we
rack.
that's why we need a custom bar at our house, babe. Right? Okay, I'm super excited because we have been getting some text message questions. I know I say every week that you can text the number as well. I was hoping that people would just drunk text us and stuff, but
It finally happened.
it's happened.
We're drunk texting, please.
But this was at 3:35 p.m. So maybe or maybe not.
We're
possible.
worldwide, baby. It could be any time of day.
But I'm gonna have to read it, and I don't know what voice to read it in
Hmm.
because they didn't sign this. So I'm just let's go right in. Question number 1. It was a text message question, and here it is. Hi, Yellowbird Hotline. Wondering your opinion on fabric versus pleather couches. Which would be better to sit on while enjoying your hot sauce?
That's easy.
I think it's easy.
I have a lot of thoughts on this one.
Yeah.
That's like
Who wants
incredibly
to start?
non-specific versus very specific. Like fabric, there's lots of fabric.
Yeah, there's lots of
fabric.
fabrics.
Yeah.
But there's one pleather.
There's a lot of different.
I would challenge that.
There's a lot of different. I looked this up in preparation for the recording, as I always do, and I've called it pleather my whole life, but the better term is faux leather because there are a lot of pleathers that aren't made with plastics or other synthetics that are used.
I loved it. Like in the footwear industry, there's a lot of folks that use vegan leather as their so it's plastic. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is vegan leather just leather?
Just fake leather. Yeah.
Sounds
It's just another marketing term to call it not cow leather.
Yeah.
or
It's
other
PVC, phthalates, and some kind of paint. It's a shoe made out of a rubber ducky, basically.
Yeah.
which is ironic because ducks are animals.
Does
Yeah, it's made of vegan ducks. Yeah, exactly.
Squeak, squeak.
Wait, so the ducks are vegan, or
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. They eat bugs. I'm not sure how that works.
yeah, ducks eat. What do ducks eat? That's for another podcast.
Probably all hermit crabs.
You're on target. I do want to not split hairs, but the important part of the question is while enjoying our sauce.
Oh yeah.
right?
So
yes.
there is an element of food potentially spillage. I don't know
as
how
a parent
wild you enjoy it.
and now a pet owner, like ease of cleanup has become so important to me in my life.
This is a
the past
big
few
flex
years.
there, Daniel.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm wearing cargo pants right now because dad life. Yeah, I get excited. Yeah, I mean, ease of cleanup is super important. So I think that's like a big plus in the pleather column.
Mm.
But I also have like very real opinions on pleather, right? Because my dad, I grew up in a house where my dad had this one chair that fit him perfectly. It was dad's chair, but it was it was made of, they called it naga hide at that point, but that's just pleather. And it was great because it was embossed with like a gator, like an alligator print on it. And so in my mind, pleather only works if it's embossed in some way. Otherwise, it looks cheap, right?
So if you're sitting on that chair, if you're sitting on that chair shirtless, wearing shorts, and then you get up, then you're gonna have
get up. Yeah, you're stuck. Yeah, exactly.
You're stuck to it.
Well, I was gonna say Daniel, you get up and then you have the embossed on you, right? Because it's like imprinted on you, so you've now become the alligator.
Yeah.
Is that like your spirit animal couch?
I didn't even think that was a thing. It's gonna be now. Yeah. It's so easy to clean up. You just paper towel right off, and you're good to go.
What kind of couch like lasts the longest? Like fabric versus pleather? Like
definitely real leather.
Or like what's the one that's going to get handed down to your kids, which is eventually going to end up on their fraternity's front porch on fire?
100% chance that pleather, like that Naga hide chair, is getting handed down to my little brother. So I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Is it all cracked? Is it all cracked and like aged and has this impression sitting in it?
Pleather doesn't crack the same way that leather does, but it can flake for sure.
So I was gonna say this also had an ottoman, and the ottoman got all flaky just because of footwear and stuff, and so we actually had to have that reupholstered in fabric, unfortunately.
I ended up this morning when reading about pleather just looking at faux leather couches on Craigslist for a little bit.
Did you find it?
I mean, you have one literally
I've got
behind
one,
you.
Yeah.
Why did you have to look them up?
Yeah, there's one.
I was wondering about the fabric contents of that chair, couch, whatever it is behind you.
It's a pleather couch.
This is definitely pleather. When me and Aaron moved in together,
that was the first thing I said. No.
All we had was my furniture, which I feel like dudes living by themselves. I feel like it's all pleather, right?
That's the furniture. That's what I'm talking about. The old couches that you see on the front porch.
And this couch, the only way that I still have the love seat portion is that I moved it to my office, and I get safe passage for stuff that I put in this room.
Yeah, I just go back to the eating the sauce. I feel like sweating and pleather is just not. It's not the vibe. It's not really. That's a winter couch only. Because in the summer,
is it like a regional couch only?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a 2-season sofa. Yeah.
I just feel like that's not an all-weather vehicle over there.
We need to bring in the summer sofa, honey.
Yeah.
It's perforated pleather. That's all it is.
Yeah. It's just.
But yeah, I totally agree. The sweating and it's not a Texas couch or
Wait, you're saying that pleather isn't a Texas couch?
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep it real cold in your house in the summertime for it to be worth.
And even it's so loud.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna vote heavily in favor of pleather, both for napping,
yeah,
both for napping and for eating on.
Just put your food right on the couch.
Yeah, you see,
Scrape it right off.
Yeah, you could just eat right off a pleather couch and then clean it up with dish soap.
Yeah. Now, I will say, like, there is Scotch Guard. Like, you can just Scotch Guard a fabric couch, and then you get most of the benefits of pleather, except for the embossing part of it. But
I just think treat yourself to like a TV tray, man. Like, let's put some distance between you and the couch, or like let's work on some coordination. Spillage is really not an issue for me with my couch currently, but I am rocking a fabric 2 set, so maybe that's just my luck. Maybe it just gets absorbed and you can't see it.
And maybe couch is like the wrong vehicle for this too, right? I mean, like I spill a lot of stuff in my lap, regardless of like my napkin situation.
So pleather pants.
Pleather pants are definitely the play.
Active pants.
Yeah. Adam, I feel like you guys like y'all's stuff is so like classy and craft. I feel like you don't own any pleather. It's probably all real leather.
We don't. We actually have fabric couches and we do the Scotch Guard thing because we have 2 dogs and they make a mess, but they're mostly clean.
Oh, good boy.
But I guess the pleather couch, you could for the person's question, you could take the hot dip and just dump it on the cushion and then get some pork rinds and just eat it right off. Have a party.
That's what I like.
And then wipe it off and it's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or you could do like a custom version of that. It kind of have a cattle trough, like a mini cattle trough, like inside of one of the sofas, like one of the cushions, and then that's your dip, station. So you never have to get off the couch. You just dip into the into the sofa.
Boy,
these are good ideas.
Yeah,
we should just again, we should just go for
bourbon and bubbles. I call that one. I dibs on that one. I'm making that couch.
How about like craft just straight up PVC couches? Like I feel like this is like the pleather is like way too processed. Just hard
like white Schedule 40 plumbing.
Yes, yes, and it still has like not intended for high pressure use printed on the side.
That's right. Yeah.
Is that like plumber's modern design? Is that what that is?
Yeah, plumber's
how it
modern.
works.
Forget Danish modern. Let's do this. Yeah.
Aaron,
it's kind of like
can you look at
plumber's
plumbersmodern.com?
You just split the pipe down the middle and like add a little heat, and you can form it to whatever you want to, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
again,
I think
dibs.
that couch already exists, but
It was like something that IKEA would have, like a PVC couch with like some mustard yellow cushions.
Yeah, it's called the Jarnveld.
Yeah,
so-
it's already out there.
It's only going to take you 7 hours to put it together.
Well, and it's back ordered 7 weeks right now because it got stuck in the Suez Canal. So sorry, y'all.
Hey,
Yeah.
wow.
yeah.
Topical.
Super topical.
It's like only made for the design of it, but the comfort is just not there. And if you're trying to hot dip in it, then yeah, it would work. It's functional.
So wait,
for
this
that.
is I feel like it's been a while since we have had like a totally like binary question, like one or zero, yes or no.
Like the pie or cake one. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Oh.
said.
Okay.
So
That
she
was
said.
aggressive.
She said. Pleather.
Blubber, 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 blubber.
Pleather or fabric. Pleather or fabric. So Adam, pleather or fabric?
Fabric.
I'm gonna go pleather. Kelsey, pleather or fabric?
I'm gonna go fabric just to be safe.
Okay. Aaron, pleather or fabric?
Oh, fabric all the way.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Daniel, pleather or fabric?
Pleather, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
But
you and
only
me are,
crocodile.
you and me are on the pleather train. Adam.
All I'm
Adam.
saying is like whenever they drop the bomb, it's only going to be cockroaches and pleather couches left. So I'm optimizing for durability here.
Yeah. But we won't be around to enjoy them.
Oh, well, the
Unfortunately.
cockroaches will love it.
Yeah. Adam
be
broke the
comfy.
tie, so it's fabric couches. Although you take
Yeah.
take
Should've-
my
Victory. I-
victory for the victory for the ladies.
Big fabric.
The ladies take it. Yeah, Kelsey, where's that air horn? Beer, beer, beer.
I didn't have it ready.
I thought you just had it, just stayed ready with it.
Oh, we
Yeah.
haven't had a lot of divisive topics.
It's not just like a button on the on your desk. Oh, here
I
it
won't
comes.
reveal my secrets.
Yeah.
I too am a sound engineer.
Yeah. Well, that's it. So like whenever you have your armadillo, I would be like me to be mushmouth. Welcome to the show. Whenever you have your armadillo drinking your Lone Star, you can build in a button that's an air horn sound too. Kind of like a Billy Big Mouth Bass, but instead of taking it to the river.
Wow, you really nailed Billy Big Mouth Bass. That's a tough one
But
to
you,
just.
but you couldn't get armadillo.
That's a tough one to
That's
just
a
slide
hard
into.
Billy Big Bass.
Billy Big Mouth Bass. That's how I'm gonna warm up for like my next public
Yeah.
speaking gig.
99 nuns interned in an Indiana nunnery.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
That's the
I
one.
feel like it wasn't named Billy.
Oh. Bobby?
Big Mouth.
Brandon.
Big mouth.
Brendan.
Billy Big Mouth. That
I
sounds
think
right.
It was Billy. I don't think it was Billy.
Feels
Oh my
right.
goodness. All right. Well,
It's gonna
callers, let
bug
us
me.
know.
My grandma had one, so I feel like I should put
Oh.
some respect on its name.
I feel pretty confident about it being Billy Big Mouth Bass.
Big Mouth Billy Bass.
Billy
Big
Bass.
Mouth,
See,
Billy Bass.
Billy
that's
Bass.
where it was.
Come
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
It- it's
Big
Billy.
mouth Billy Bass.
Big mouth
Okay,
Billy
let's
Bass.
get
I was switching up the little. Oh!
There we go.
Untrademarked singing bass toy.
You said Suez Canal, and I thought of a great segue because you're talking about topical stuff. Our next question is very topical. And let's do it now. I'm gonna play it right now. Here we go.
Hi guys, have you heard about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Shrimp saga on Twitter? If you have, what do you think about it? Okay, bye.
Okay.
Shrimp.
Well, this is Twitter, it's social media. We do have a social media specialist on the line with us.
Yes, here I am.
Kelsey,
Kelsey,
did you follow the old CTC?
Obviously.
Can you explain to our listeners what the deal here is?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
who the characters involved are?
Yes, I don't remember the guy's name.
Jensen Karp.
Okay, great. Which ironically, he has a fish last name, so let's start there. But yes, he is like a TV professional writer, something or another. The most important part of his journey and story is that he's married to Danielle Fishel, aka
another fish
Topanga.
name.
Right, another fish name, aka Topanga from Boy Meets World. So he's just, I think he was at a Costco in California where he picked up some Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, and he poured himself a bowl and enjoyed it. So that's where the story begins. And then later on, I think he went to pour himself a bowl and he discovered, like, this doesn't look like a cereal.
Planning to enjoy the hell out of that CTC.
Right. This doesn't look like a cereal piece. And come to find out that there were what looked to be cinnamon dusted shrimp tails in his box, along with another smorgasbord of like random black dots and items that just were definitely not cereal pieces, which I want to point out Topanga was the one that found them. So, you know, she's still got it.
Someone save my life tonight, Topanga.
Thank you.
That's great.
Love to bring in an Elton moment. So he posted this on Twitter, basically just like the picture of the cinnamon dusted shrimp tails, and tagged, I think, General Mills or Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and was like, hey, I think these are shrimp tails. And that was kind of like where the saga began. And then General Mills / Cinnamon Toast Crunch also reached out. And this is really where I got invested, because as a fellow social media professional, this is like, you know, both your moment to shine and also your nightmare in a public space defending shrimp tails. And rather than, you know, maybe affirming that they might be shrimp tails, they are basically just like, looks like big clods of cinnamon sugar to us. Please send us your box so we can send you another box. And the internet had a lot of opinions. It basically evolved into a saga.
I think that was my favorite. Well, my very favorite part was that CTC apparently is the accepted, you know, abbreviation for Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That was my biggest takeaway as well.
Yeah.
But I like that he was up in arms, man. Like everyone was like, look at General Mills trying to gaslight the carp. I'm like, wow, this is the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Aaron, I don't know, like, did you see a bunch of like, did you see any of the graphic design that came out of this too? Like the
No, I haven't. No, I know the story, but I didn't spend the rest of the week watching.
Why not?
Watching it unfold.
This guy is so lucky. He got shrimp.
I'm saying.
I mean,
cinnamon toasted shrimp.
Shrimp should be more involved in breakfast. I love this. It's finally some working class shrimp has made its way into the big, you know, company breakfast, and no one's like supporting the little shrimp that's made it all the way.
Yeah, no one seems to be realizing that big breakfast is holding the shrimp down.
Yeah,
it wasn't a jumbo shrimp, right? It was
there were a lot of like Photoshop things that came out of it. And a lot of people just like taking pictures of like a bag of frozen shrimp at the store that was like $17 and being like, man, the price of Cinnamon Toast Crunch has really skyrocketed.
Yep.
Didn't General Mills say it was like just an accumulation of sugar or something?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said, oh, it's a clump of cinnamon and sugar, but it just isn't. It is definitely
a perfectly shaped shrimp tail.
That really angered Mr. Topanga. So he said he was going to send it off to a lab for testing rather than sending it to them and receiving a new box.
I mean, this would be
shrimp tail testing lab.
If it was actually like a clump of cinnamon and sugar, like that'd be like seeing Mother Teresa in your sticky bun, right? I feel like that would be some kind of like divine sign. And I think Carp missed it, man. This was
Do you
something
think he
from.
mishandled this?
That's one take.
Yeah. Yeah, those are words. Okay.
Those
yeah,
those are all words in the English language that you have strung together into sentences.
So, are we cool with cinnamon toasted shrimp? Or
Well,
what?
I mean, there's obviously as like a food manufacturers, this is a horrendous story, especially because shellfish are like a major allergen, right? Like, so there are a lot of issues with it, like from a non-comedic standpoint, to be the guy who brings it down. There's plenty of issues with shrimp found its way into a cinnamon toast crunch box. How?
That's what I want to know.
Where did they share that line?
What's the movie with the fly that gets into the typewriter?
You're thinking about Brazil.
Brazil. That's what I feel like. That's the whole process. Like, you don't know what exactly happened.
But the fly just flew in there. Like shrimp are not naturally. Fly. Yeah, they're not naturally near.
Well, what if someone's on lunch break and they're just munching on some shrimp and throwing shrimp tails around? I mean, then it's flying.
That
was one of the photos that they posted, because they showed the toasting and how open it was. They were like, it's wide open. Anything can just jump right in.
Yeah, there were a lot of theories. There were a lot of theories about how did the tails get in there.
It's just
one of them was very rodent. Big rodent was not happy about that, but they were
talking about. It's just a tail. What happened to the shrimp?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think
it's a good question.
Yeah,
it
that's a good question.
And then thrown in.
Right.
Yeah,
did it get
shrimp
eaten?
tails
Did it get
like,
toasted away?
Or it got toasted away.
Well, shrimp tail sounds more like the discarded part, the trash.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the trash.
Yeah.
Gross. Ew. David.
But I think another major issue in this case was just the way that like General Mills didn't really like. He posted it after he had sent them some emails.
You're welcome for that.
Oh, the cop
sirens going by.
Love it. Yeah,
that's General Mills.
General Mills coming to get me right now.
God.
Yep.
Man, that was fast.
They're tracking you.
Big cereal, man. But
cereal.
then like according to Jensen Karp, like he didn't go to social immediately. He like called them and sent them an email, and they didn't say anything. And so, that he went to social, and it became a whole thing. But then. Yeah, I think it was tough. Like, it was probably tough for the social media manager, because that's, like that is
they're not in production.
Yeah, that's a big lift for, and it kind of looked like General Mills. It kind of looked like the social media people at the General Mills and Cinnamon Toast Crunch accounts weren't getting a lot of backup from like did they send that to somebody? Because that's like a big issue, right? It's like, oh, the FDA could get involved. That's not the social media manager's job, right? Like that should have been like, some of that should have been shared.
Right. And I mean, like, it's typical to have like responses built into like customer issues. So like, if there's something that happens with packaging, if there's something that happens with the quality of the product, you usually already have, this is how we handle these problems in the past. I'm sure they haven't, I'm assuming they haven't had a shrimp tail issue prior to these two unsavory tails, but you typically have that already built in. So it's kind of like, I can see this side of, like they probably have a script they're working off of, which sucks, like, because people on the internet are so biting, right? And they're like, you're not addressing the issue.
Right. Yeah.
And, I like to always think of the social media manager who's probably having the worst day ever. I will let you guys know. And like, I haven't checked it in a while, but like one of my favorite this is like so okay. One of my favorite things to do if I'm having like a bad day on social, or just a bad day in general, is to go to the Chef Boyardee Twitter account, because people get the weirdest looking cans of Chef Boyardee, because like, with canned goods, you'll have like damages and it'll look moldy, but they'll send Chef Boyardee these insane images of what the inside of their can looks like. And Chef Boyardee always has to be like, oh no, like, you sent this to us. And I just think about all the time. Like, I just thank my lucky stars. Like, I just want nothing but goodness for them. But just imagine like a cartoon chef having to be like, oh no, looks like that's not a meatball. Send us your issue.
Some people watch puppy videos.
Yeah, I just go check on Chef Boyardee, and it's like a whole thing. And Also, their social posts are just really great and also very erratic. Like, I don't know if they've posted in a long time, but like it would always be like a very themed, like happy holidays.
How did you find that?
I truly don't know the depths of
That's
my
a
mind.
rabbit hole you went down. It's just that's awesome.
Yeah. And like typically like they'll post something really positive, like celebrate St. Patrick's Day with SpaghettiOs or whatever. Or that's a different brand. With, you know, whatever Chef Boyardee makes, like the overstuffed ravioli. And people will just respond to like that beautiful picture with like, this can is black on the
I got black mold on my can of ravioli.
Yeah, so it's like it's pretty intense. But I love it. It really makes my day if I'm having a bad day. But that's kind of how I feel. I feel like I want to offer that to the, you know,
yeah. So check out
CTC if they're having a bad day. We're all in this together.
I feel like the best response is like, oh my God, that sucks. Like,
yeah.
They haven't tweeted since 2020. Yeah, like those are clearly shrimp tails. Like are bad. I don't know.
I feel like you show up for the job interview for the Chef Boyardee social media manager, and the guy's just like, have you seen our social media account? And you're like, yeah. And he's like, all right, you're hired.
Yeah. Cool.
No, but have you seen?
You know, if you know where
found a Band-Aid in their lasagna.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, it makes me feel a lot better about just life in general.
Like a Band-Aid in the package, or like
who can know? But see, they haven't tweeted like an original post in a while, but those tweet replies, you got to scroll over to that and see the customer service of it all.
They stay active.
Adam, did you follow the Cinnamon Toast Crunch saga at all? Did you see any of this?
I heard about it, and then I did a little research last night and watched some videos and other podcasts and what they were saying about it. But I'm game for shrimp for breakfast. I think that's the bigger issue here is, yes, this happened, whatever, or maybe it didn't happen, whatever. But most importantly, shrimp for breakfast. Let's bring it on. This is a good idea.
There was a guy.
Awesome.
There's a guy who did a video.
Shrimp, though. Was it? Do you want it cinnamon toasted?
Well, there's a guy who did a video.
Why not?
Did you see the video?
Give it a try.
The guy did a recipe of
like coconut shrimp, right?
Like, yeah, he did cinnamon toast crunch fried shrimp, and it looked real good.
Okay,
I feel like that would work well in your tiki bar, Adam. I feel like you could serve that, as an appetizer.
Ooh. Appetizer.
Yeah, and then go hang out in the pool in the hot summer. Perfect.
Just eat some breakfast shrimp and get in some hot water.
Drink some rum, eat some cinnamon toast shrimp, and then jump in the pool.
I can imagine there would be zero side effects from that.
Chase it with some Chef Boyardee, you know.
Totally off topic. I've got a buddy who does like pool work for a living. Like he installs pools and does the maintenance. And when the big freeze happened in Texas, everybody's pool heater went out, and they haven't, like, the companies that stock pool heaters don't have any of them in stock because everybody's pool heater died. And so he's been, because like cryotherapy and ice therapy and stuff is big now, he's been selling everybody. He's like, we can't do that, but I can make it I can put in a heat exchange and just make it a chiller, and I can make you an ice tub instead. And he's like selling the shit out of them. It's like everybody's hot tubs are going to be ice tubs in Texas this year.
All right.
I mean, it's about to be summertime. It's going to be 90 degrees this week, so you know.
Yeah.
What a way to hustle and make some money. I mean,
hustling. And
you thought you wanted a hot tub, but what you actually want.
And then you know what he's going to do? He's going to sell them a $6,000 heater in October once they're back in stock.
Yeah.
So
you need both.
Ice tub. But why?
Amazing. But cinnamon toast shrimp for breakfast, unless you're allergic.
Square. Yeah.
I do want to say that another piece of the story is that, like, obviously all these news outlets started picking up the story and people were following it, reporting on it, and then like a bunch of we'll say unsavory things came out about Jensen Carp. So
strange.
Sometimes you're just trying to share your cereal experience, and then basically
you get character assassinated.
Yeah, the internet cancels you, because as it turns out, you're not a very stand-up cereal guy, but
So what's next? Like Flounder and Captain D's? I mean, Captain Crunch or...
Yeah, I would be shocked to find real flounder at Captain D's.
that feels more
Roasted.
appropriate though. Like Captain Crunch is presumably the captain of a ship, so I could see.
Yeah,
connection.
that's true.
That's really who should have been on
that
this.
would make sense because he's out at sea to gather the Captain
What is the
Crunch.
story behind Captain Crunch?
What's the name of his vessel? Like
we've talked about Captain Crunch before on a
I
previous
was gonna
episode.
say, I feel like he's been a
But
big.
did we really
major
dive
player.
into it?
No, we didn't.
Did you get that? Dive into it?
Oh,
Hey.
But even is the
Flash.
cinnamon toast? The CTC mascot. It's
Is
like just the
there
little
one?
squares,
I
right?
thought it was the
The
chef.
cereal.
Three guys.
There's
Yeah,
They're just like sentient
Oh.
squares.
No,
I
they-
thought it was like a
it's got-
cereal with a smile on
It's like
its
a
face.
chef.
It's Wendell the chef.
It's a
He's-
chef,
and he's got a cinnamon sprinkler.
like
like
And
in
Chef
the
he's got a
commercial.
shrimp in one hand and
Yeah,
a cinnamon
no.
sprinkler in the other.
Nah, dude,
Oh.
Wendell was like he was active in the 80s.
Okay.
I do not see a man on this box.
There used to be like a
Cinnamon
chef,
little
toast
wacky
crunch.
like a cartoon,
squares.
like a dude who looked like
Yeah, Google.
Swedish chef or something.
Yeah, I'm almost positive his name
Mascot.
was
Cinnamon
Wendell.
Toast Crunch mascot.
And the
Okay,
and the-
you're right. It is the chef.
And
They
the
left him
squares
in the
would
dust.
the squares would float by.
That's him right there.
Yeah, the squares would
Him.
float by in
I
the
don't know that
commercial, and
man.
he would use his little shaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name, Kelsey?
Sorry to that
Chef
man.
Wen-
He's
Chef
not on the
Wendell.
box anymore.
Chef
Chef
Wendell.
Wendell? Oh my God!
Wow, Daniel. Wow.
You
Good
didn't even look
job.
that up, Daniel?
Nah, man, I watched a lot of the Smurfs when I was little, and there was a
Oh,
lot
see, I wasn't a Smurfs
of Cinnamon
watcher.
Toast Crunch sponsorship.
Crunch.
Toast Crunch.
Someone, nope, can't do the voices. That's That's a good way to get
Well,
canceled.
take it out.
This almost went another way.
Yikes!
Ooh, yeah. Smurfs and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cool. See,
I
this
kinda want
is
some
what I
Cinnamon
thought the
Toast
mascot
Crunch.
had. I thought that was the mascot.
Yeah, it's those little wacky squares.
Oh, Clippy.
Clippy.
That does look like Clippy.
I would love for Clippy to get.
I don't remember the
reborn on
chef guy. I
cereal.
didn't remember just the squares. Yeah.
It looks like you're trying to put
Every
shrimp in your cereal.
cereal from back in the day had a mascot.
But
Didn't they
only
have,
only
like-
the strong survived.
Wasn't it like a value pack they bought too? And
Yes.
like one of the other bags had like dental floss in it or something, and it was taped together.
Oh, I don't
Yes.
remember that.
I'll have to. Yeah, I think I
Yes.
was reading about the story. Like I was like, yeah, so it was like a value pack, and I guess they check the other bags, and one of the other
Yeah,
bags
the
was, like,
shrimp was
taped
definitely the
together.
most exciting of the finds, but there was more in the back. Like there were other artifacts, which
Bag of glass.
I feel like the rodent
Congratulations, you got this
theory, the
bag of
pie rat
glass.
theory really shines, knowing that there were other little doodads in there. But yeah,
Yikes, man.
but who taped it? Yeah, a lot of questions. Was it an April Fool's joke gone wrong? I don't know.
Remember, you used to find toys in your cereal, but now it's
There you go.
Yeah, those were the good days.
Maybe that was meant for MacGyver. Like there's also like things you need to break out of a South Korean prison.
A cereal factory.
There was one of the things that I found about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch saga was there was a whole article that somebody had done about they're like, oh, General Mills, it's not their first tango with shrimp. Like there was some big lawsuit in the, what was it, like maybe in the 90s or something. No, it was 2011, not the 90s.
That's
But
different.
they were making because General Mills does a lot of stuff, and they were making like blueberry scones, and they found from one of their supplier like shrimp pieces in the blueberry shipment that they were
Yeah.
getting. So it wasn't, but yeah, it was like they had shrimp showed up in this thing again, which still like at least we don't wonder, how did shrimp get in the blueberries?
Shrimp
Shrimp are
rears its
everywhere.
ugly head, tail.
Yeah, I mean the way that people
Do
are
it
talking, the way that people are talking about it, it sounds like shrimp just gets around, right? And these are all places that are on land. It's not like sea blueberries.
I mean, have you ever seen the video of a shrimp on a treadmill?
what?
Yeah, dude, treat yourself to shrimp on a treadmill. Those things can boogie.
I need to spend more
Oh,
time
like-
online. Apparently,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we're all learning.
Definitely what you need. More time online. Don't we all need that?
I mean, what if you got shrimp tails in your cereal? Like, would you guys go public with your shrimp tail saga, or would that just be between?
I would
like,
go straight to General Mills
and God and General Mills. Yeah.
And if they didn't answer,
honestly,
because I will tell you something that I had recently with a big thing of peanuts. There was a piece of plastic in it, and I bit into the plastic, and it like felt like it almost broke my tooth, and I like spit it out, and it was like an actual piece of plastic.
It's like a shard of hard plastic.
I chipped my tooth on a lean cuisine one time a million years ago. I was like, ouch. But
I've never had this experience. Have you guys all like found something surprising in food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we reached out to the company that manufactured them, and they got in touch immediately and asked for all the info and did it right.
Yeah.
So,
and if they hadn't, I probably would have posted something on their social media, just because not to get media attention, but just because like it's an issue.
Like,
that's like somebody
me.
That could hurt somebody pretty bad. And
public
if they've
shaming
got
works.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we sent them like as soon as that happened, we like emailed them a picture and like, here's the lot number, and they wrote us back like immediately and were like, hey, we've pulled this this batch off the shelf, so that
because if it's plastic, probably something fell in there,
yeah,
and got manufactured with.
Yeah, it was plastic that fell in there.
Allegedly.
It was part of somebody's pleather couch. It was.
I was about to say.
It was.
Bringing it all back around.
There he is. Outro music, go.
Oh, don't worry. The outro music is already playing.
The shrimp are.
I think it started playing the moment you guys had me on. It was like, hey guys, thanks for having me.
Well, the intro and outro music will be the same, ostensibly. Adam, what are you up to today, man?
Me working in my garden some today. So,
ooh, yeah.
And I got a couple songs I got to finish up too. So busy day.
Sweet.
Nice.
What y'all planting?
A wonderful day.
Got any peppers out there?
I do. I've got all kinds of peppers.
Oh, snap.
List them. Enumerate them.
Green ones, red ones, yellow ones, hot ones.
One's as big as your face.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, you guys go. I'm gonna post links to your Instagram and to Bubbles and Bourbon, your website
.net
for your projects.
Thanks.
And thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad I didn't completely torch the ship. And,
yeah, you
think
did.
Us all.
Yeah, you totally did.
I like to see.
I guess there's still time. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, we haven't faded all the way out. Say something horrible.
Outro music.
Cancel him.
Yeah, well, thanks so much for coming, and I hope that maybe we can have you back again sometime to do this ridiculousness.
Yeah, it was really fun. I'll do it anytime.
Maybe at 9 p.m.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll do it at 9 p.m. so we can all be drinking.
Yeah, that was I was like, oh man, I gotta drink coffee and wake up and try to be somewhat relevant.
You did it, man. You're super relevant. If there's anything I could say about your performance today, it was relevant.
There we go.
With that in mind, you guys can all call or text your questions to us at 855-700-BIRD, 855-700-BIRD, and we'll get them on the podcast. We'll give you concise, conclusive answers as we have done today. I hope everybody has a great day today. Stay spicy out there. Hug your dogs. Hug your cats. Bye-bye.